Let's start this list with the old but gold feud between the icons of the 2000s. On January 28, 2000, the Genie in a Bottle singer made certain comments about Eminem's private life. Specifically, she remarks about his marriage in secret with his longtime girlfriend Kim, and also how aggressive his lyrics are. On April 18, 2000, he threw a shade against Christina from the rumors she spread on MTV. On July 11, 2000, Eminem returned the shade against the singer on Off the Wall featuring Redman. On October 22, 2002, the singer released her frustration from the criticism that she received for sharing her opinions on Can't Hold Us Down, featuring Lil' Kim. On August 29, 2002, others thought that the two music icons had made up after Christina gave Eminem the award during 2002 MTV VMAs. On November 30, 2018, it seems like his hatred towards the singer will never kick off after he released Kick Off. On February 1, 2019, during an appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, the singer was questioned about her previous comments regarding Eminem. She described his behavior as really thirsty and expressed confusion over what he was trying to achieve. Now let's refocus our attention with the I don't know her famous line. For context, on March 4, 1998, Mariah Carey divorced Tommy Mottola due to Mariah's concerns regarding her lack of artistic freedom. Tommy Mottola was the chairman and CEO of Sony Music Entertainment at that time. This means that SME was the parent company of the Columbia label, which was Mariah's record label. In the second half of 1998, Jennifer Lopez signed with Tommy Mottola to record her albums. On April 2, 2001, Billboard reported that Mariah Carey parted ways with the label and signed a deal with Virgin Records. On June 19, 2001, Jennifer Lopez released I'm Real, and it was a big hit at that time. On April 4, 2002, Fox News reported that Mottola had learned that the Queen of Christmas was using a firecracker sample, according to Irv Gotti. Originally, Mariah Carey interpolated the track in its chorus and introduction. When the music publishers of Firecracker were interviewed, they admitted that Mariah had licensed it first. Then, the Let's Get Loud singer signed for the license a month later, under her agreement with Carey's former husband. This led to a conflict regarding the use of the original sample, as J-Lo used it first, beating Mariah, who was set to release it for Loverboy. In the October 2001 issue of Talk magazine, their alleged feud escalated. The Without You singer responded to the Jenny from the Block singer's comment about sleeping 8 hours per night. She replied, "If I had the luxury of not actually having to sing my own songs, I'd do that too." On December 19, 2002, Larry King asked during an interview about the rivalries between her and J-Lo. She remarked, "There are rivalries, but I don't think she has anything to do with me. I mean, my whole thing is singing, writing songs. Yes, and I've been doing this, my whole life. Singing is first and foremost a God-given talent that I'm grateful for. Her thing is something different," she continued. Around 2003, when Taff interviewed the Songbird Supreme about Jennifer Lopez, she stated, "I don't know her," while shaking her head. On September 29, 2020, Mariah discussed the sampling controversy from 2002 in her memoir and referred to Lopez as the Sony female artist whom she still doesn't know. After Mariah's shady feud with Jennifer Lopez, let's switch our gear with her argument on Eminem. Around 2002, Eminem claimed that he had a romantic relationship with Mariah Carey. However, the singer, who has 19 #1 hits, claimed that their relationship was only professional. On May 26, 2002, the rapper shouted out Mariah Carey on Superman and When the Music Stops. Both songs are part of his successful album, The Eminem Show. On December 3, 2002, it seemed the Songbird Supreme responded to Eminem's remarks with the song Clown. In lines from her underperforming album Charm Bracelet, she sang about her claims that they didn't even touch each other. On December 19, 2002, Mariah stated in an interview with Larry King that they were close, but she didn't consider it dating. On May 13, 2003, the New York Post's Page 6 reported that Slim Shady had saved numerous voicemails from the Clown singer, which he could use in his raps. On May 15, 2003, Mariah responded to his allegations in the same publication, calling his claims girly and weird. Fast forward to December 6, 2005, Eminem released the hardcore hip-hop song Jimmy Crack Corn with 50 Cent for his album Eminem Presents, The Re-Up. The track claimed that he slept with Mariah, but the singer firmly denied those accusations. On October 25, 2006, the rapper stated on Shade 45 radio that they were together for several months. Fast forward again to May 15, 2009. His song Bagpipes from Baghdad showed the rap icon sharing his romantic desire towards Mariah. The track, from his sixth studio album Relapse, was also seen as a diss toward Nick Cannon. On May 16, 2009, the singer's then-husband, Nick Cannon, shared his frustration over Eminem's obsession with his wife in a now-deleted blog post. On June 16, 2009, Mariah Carey seemed to respond with "Obsessed" from her album Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel. The music video was famous for her alleged cosplaying of Eminem. On July 30, 2009, the rapper immediately clapped back with "The Warning," which is not available on any streaming platforms. On June 18, 2010, it looked like the rapper no longer wanted to talk about the singer on Cold Wind Blows from his album Recovery. However, on December 6, 2019, Eminem called the All I Want for Christmas Is You singer a nut job. He rapped that line as a feature on Fat Joe and Dre's song Lord Above from their album Family Ties. On August 31, 2020, Variety reported that the star didn't want to respond to Eminem's diss, even though she had songs she could sing in response. After their back-to-back feud, let's now move on to the more than 2 decades feud of the two stars. On November 18, 2002, Sky News reported that Elton John stated he didn't like Madonna's contribution to the James Bond OST, Die Another Day. He argued that there are better singers than the best-selling female artist of all time. On October 4, 2004, the rock legend vocalized his disappointment towards Madonna again after she was nominated for Best Live Act. While winning the Q Classic Songwriter Award, the I'm Still Standing star gave a controversial speech alleging that the Queen of Pop was lip-syncing. On November 11, 2004, Attitude magazine shared in a cover story that Elton respected Madonna as an artist. However, he stood his ground, stating that he felt he had to speak his mind. On August 25, 2005, The Telegraph revealed that the relationship between the Hung Up and Your Song singers was still icy. Elton told the publication that he had attempted to make peace by sending her 2 Christmas cards, but both were ignored. Fast forward to January 15, 2012. Madonna seemed to take a shot at her fellow legend after she won Best Original Song. On January 30, 2012, Elton John sarcastically commented on Madonna's upcoming Super Bowl halftime show performance, saying that she should lip-sync well. On August 5, 2012, when Molly Meldrum interviewed the singer on Sunday Night, Elton dissed Madge regarding the MDNA tour. He also commented on Madonna's criticism of Lady Gaga concerning the similarities between the songs Express Yourself and Born This Way. On top of that, he called the respected musician a derogatory name. On August 21, 2012, the Queen of Pop performed Masterpiece and told the crowd during her concert that she dedicated it to her rival. She also mentioned that she was ready to forgive. Fast forward to October 15, 2019, Elton's memoir, Me, shared his thoughts about his public feud with Madonna. He mentioned making fun of Madge's lip-syncing and his thoughts on her being ungracious about the similarities to Born This Way and Express Yourself. He also expressed regret over his offensive comments on Sunday Night, stating that he didn't expect them to be broadcast. On October 16, 2023, after almost 2 decades, it seemed their feud would end in peace. This followed a post on social media where he expressed his appreciation for Madonna's efforts on an AIDS tribute. On April 5, 2025, Madonna shared a photo with Elton John, showing that they have finally forgiven each other. If those two icons have finally reconciled, I don't know if these billionaires and icons' mess will still be fixed. On September 13, 2009, Kanye West infamously interrupted Taylor Swift's speech after she won the MTV VMA for Best Female Video for her country song, You Belong With Me. The heartless singer took to the stage saying, "Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you, and I'ma let you finish, but Beyoncé had one of the best videos of all time." On September 14, 2009, the rapper appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and apologized to the former country singer. On September 15, 2009, Taylor Swift explained during her appearance on The View that he hadn't apologized to her personally. On September 12, 2010, the singer performed her new single Innocent at the 2010 MTV VMA. Many people widely see the track as a response to the 2009 incident. On February 8, 2015, the two seemed okay with each other during the 57th Annual Grammy Awards. During an interview, West revealed that Swift approached him and joked that he should interrupt Beck's speech after he won Album of the Year over Beyoncé. On August 30, 2015, the Style singer revealed during the 2015 MTV VMA that The College Dropout by Kanye West was the first iTunes album she bought when she was 12. At the end of her speech, it gave the impression that she referenced the iconic interruption by Kanye. On February 9, 2016, the rivalry between the two music icons restarted after West debuted his single Famous at a Yeezy fashion show. The song heavily referenced the issue from 2009, but the rapper claimed that Taylor approved it. As a rebuttal to this incident, T-Pain stated on Twitter, now X, that the pop icon was never made aware of the lyric, "I made that, famous." On February 12, 2016, West stated that the term Taylor claimed was misogynistic was actually an endearing term. On February 14, 2016, he officially put out the controversial song for his studio album, The Life of Pablo. On February 15, 2016, Swift seemingly referenced West again during her acceptance speech after winning Album of the Year. She specifically discussed not letting others take credit for her fame, which was seen as a subtle jab at the rapper. On February 17, 2016, Kanye West was in hot water after his audio recording leaked from SNL, where he complained about the singer. On June 14, 2016, the rapper officially debuted the music video for the song, which showcased hyper-realistic wax figures of celebrities, including Taylor Swift. On July 14, 2016, Kim Kardashian posted on Snapchat about the trimmed video clips of Swift's phone call with her former spouse. Then, the American billionaire followed it by tweeting snake emojis, seemingly targeting Taylor Swift for National Snake Day. After being canceled on the platform, Swift clarified that there's no video showing that he approved the line. She also stated that Kim's move was character assassination and did not reveal the whole story. Due to the heavy backlash Taylor Swift received from the public, she vanished from the spotlight for over a year. On August 23, 2017, the music industry icon announced the release of her sixth studio album, Reputation. She revealed it unconventionally by wiping out her Instagram account and showing various CGI videos of snakes. On August 24, 2017, she dropped the first single of the album, Look What You Made Me Do. According to netizens, the first verse referenced the tilted stage from Kanye's St. Pablo tour. The bathtub scene also allegedly referenced the 2016 incident involving Kim Kardashian in her apartment during Paris Fashion Week. On November 10, 2017, she officially publicized her sixth studio album, Reputation. The lyrics from This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things seem to interpret the phone conversation between Taylor Swift and Kanye West. Fast forward to March 21, 2020, the innocent singer was perceived to be telling the truth about the incident after someone leaked the full, unedited footage of the phone call. On February 9, 2024, it looked like their feud would not end after West unveiled the single Carnival for his album Vultures 1 with Ty Dolla $ign. The collaboration single contained lewd lyrics about Taylor Swift. On April 19, 2024, Taylor Swift made her double album available to the public with The Tortured Poets Department, the anthology. Many speculated that the track Thank You Amy heavily referenced Kim Kardashian. Swifties believe this is a reference to Kim's children who danced to the 2014 hit Shake It Off on TikTok. On August 19, 2024, the singer published a live recording of a mashup of Mean and Thank You Amy from the Eras tour. She styled the track with a capital Y and E, seemingly referencing Kanye after he changed his legal name to Ye in 2021. Aside from that track, many critics believe that Cassandra also targets the model as it talks about snakes and lying. On August 3, 2024, the two rappers collaborated again for Vultures 2. Their song Lifestyle mentioned Taylor Swift and her boyfriend Travis Kelce. Coming right up is the two rappers' back-and-forth disses. On May 7, 2012, the feud between the rappers started after MGK tweeted unpleasantly about Eminem's then 16-year-old daughter, Haley. On October 19, 2015, MGK indirectly accused the rap god artist of blackballing him and banning him from Shade 45 due to his comment. On March 1, 2018, MGK's verse on Tech N9's song No Reason was seen as throwing shade towards Eminem. On August 31, 2018, Eminem got straight to the point by dissing his co-rapper on Not Alike, featuring Royce da 5'9". On September 3, 2018, the Bad Things musician responded more harshly with Rap Devil. The lyrics imply that if Eminem is a rap god, then he is a rap devil. On September 12, 2018, Eminem explained in detail the root of his beef with MGK during his exclusive interview with Sway Calloway. On September 14, 2018, Slim Shady literally broke the internet when he released Killshot. The track mocks MGK's appearance and his lack of commercial success. On the same day, MGK appeared unimpressed with Eminem's response in a tweet. There was also a report stating that MGK's security team beat up Gabriel G. Rodriguez because of his criticism towards MGK. This incident happened while MGK was at an Atlanta restaurant and G-Rod approached him just to mock him. On September 16, 2018, MGK's concert didn't go well with the public, as the audience booed him during his Rap Devil performance. On September 19, 2018, fans on Twitter stated that the drama between the newcomer and legendary rapper had been staged. On September 20, 2018, the former rapper, who has since calibrated his genre to pop punk, stated that he didn't want to respond to Killshot during his Breakfast Club interview. On January 17, 2020, their back-and-forth jabs with each other ended after Eminem surprised fans by releasing Music to be Murdered By with the track Unaccommodating. He stated that he had moved on from the drama. As Eminem finally dropped his mic towards MGK, let's check if Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey are still in beef. On August 21, 2012, TMZ reported that Mariah Carey wasn't a fan of Nicki Minaj joining as a judge for American Idol. Her reason was her impression that she would be the only female judge. On September 17, 2012, Entertainment Weekly reported that the legendary musicians denied rumors that there was drama between them. On October 3, 2012, TMZ leaked a video where Nicki Minaj threatened the Butterfly hitmaker, saying she would fire her if she had the power to do so. On the same day, the talent search show producer told TMZ that her threat is absolutely rubbish. On January 16, 2013, Mariah said the argument between them was messy and complicated during the 2013 Winter TCA tour. At the same event, it seemed that the Starships artist adored Mariah Carey when she was interviewed. On May 28, 2015, Mariah Carey referred to being a judge on American Idol Season 12 as the worst thing that ever happened in her life. On May 18, 2016, it seemed like things still weren't going well between the two pop stars after Mariah appeared on Watch What Happens Live. When Andy Cohen asked her to say 3 nice things about Nicki Minaj, she didn't give a single compliment. Finally, we can say that there's no more bad blood in between them. On September 8, 2014, Taylor Swift revealed to Rolling Stone that Bad Blood was not about guys, but about a female artist who tried to sabotage her career. On September 9, 2014, Katy Perry tweeted on Twitter, now X, with the quote, "Watch out for the Regina George in sheep's clothing." On January 30, 2015, Billboard interviewed the Roar singer about that subliminal tweet and discussed the feud. On May 23, 2015, the country-turned-pop artist told the press during a Telegraph interview that she was not going to talk about Katy. On October 15, 2015, a reporter for GQ asked once again about the bad blood between the two icons during the height of their careers. In the interview, Taylor clarified that the song is about a lost friendship and not one of her usual heartbreak songs. On July 13, 2016, Calvin Harris, Taylor's ex, had a mini-feud with her in a series of tweets and name-dropped Katy. On July 14, 2016, Katy Perry tweeted a gif of Hillary Clinton shrugging and stated, "Time, the ultimate truth teller," after Calvin's tweets went viral. On September 10, 2016, many believed they were still on bad terms when Katy responded to a tweet saying they would collaborate if Taylor said sorry. On October 25, 2016, the Prism pop star lip-synced to Kanye West's controversial line towards Taylor Swift in the song Famous. On May 8, 2017, Entertainment Weekly interviewed Katy regarding whether there was a diss response towards Taylor on her album, Witness. She commented that no one was being called out and the album was only about empowerment. On May 19, 2017, she released Swish Swish, featuring Nicki Minaj as a single for her album, Witness. The track referenced karma and other terms believed to be aimed at Taylor Swift. Taylor's friend Ruby Rose couldn't hold back anymore and took a shot at Perry's sales numbers in a series of tweets on the same day. On May 22, 2017, the singer confirmed during the Carpool Karaoke segment on James Corden's Late Late Show that the genesis of their feud was over backup dancers. On June 8, 2017, Time asked the Unconditionally singer about what she said on the Late Late Show. She remarked how irritated she was after Taylor framed her as a villain in a star-studded music video. On the other hand, she also acknowledged that her producer and songwriter Max Martin wasn't aware of the depth of their feud and that she was considerate of that. On June 9, 2017, Katy Perry dropped her 5th studio album, Witness. Fans suspected that Taylor made an intuitive move after she made her entire catalog available on streaming platforms on the exact same day. On August 24, 2017, Taylor Swift dropped the first single of her album Reputation, entitled Look What You Made Me Do. Aside from Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, the music industry also subliminally took a shot at Katy. Swifties and other listeners alleged that one of her lines referenced Mean Girls, calling back to Katy's infamous 2014 tweet. On May 8, 2018, Katy Perry hinted on her Instagram story that the gorgeous and California Girls pop stars were no longer in bad blood. The singer posted an actual olive branch as a symbol of peace, along with an envelope featuring a sticker of Katy's dog. On June 11, 2019, Katy posted a photo of a plate with "Peace at Last" written in syrup on Instagram and tagged Taylor Swift. On June 17, 2019, Taylor Swift dropped the "You Need to Calm Down" music video, which showed their full reconciliation to the world. Who do you think won in this famous rap feud? On November 15, 2011, both A-list rappers seemed to be on good terms, as Kendrick performed "Buried Alive" interlude from Drake's album Take Care. On August 14, 2013, the feud escalated after Big Sean released Control, featuring Kendrick Lamar and Jay Electronica for his album Hall of Fame. In Lamar's featured verse, he competitively called out many big names in the rap game, including J. Cole, Big K.R.I.T., and most importantly, Drake. The American rapper argued that he had love for all of them, but argued that he wanted to shine above them all. On August 30, 2013, during a Billboard interview, Drake stated that Kendrick seemed ambitious in his desire to make him forgettable. On September 24, 2013, the Canadian rapper dropped a verse on The Language, where he called Kendrick's discography "not that inspiring" as a response to the viral verse. On September 29, 2013, Kendrick Lamar immediately answered Drake's verse during the 2013 BET Hip Hop Awards. During his cypher performance, he rapped, "Nothing's been the same since they dropped Control," and tucked a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. On December 17, 2013, Drake dropped a subtle jab at Kendrick Lamar in a remix of Future's song "Shh" featuring Juicy J. On the same day, Top Dawg and Punch tweeted responses to Drake's verse, ignoring the supposed disses. On December 19, 2013, the Canadian rapper addressed Kendrick's award show verse and his own single, The Language, in a Vibe cover story. He mentioned that he mocked the idea of them being friends and stated he had already stood his ground. Although his single was perceived as a subtle jab towards Kendrick, he stated Kendrick was not the target of the song. On October 29, 2014, Kendrick Lamar's included verse on J-Rock's Pay For It was widely interpreted as a shot at Drake's The Language. On November 3, 2014, Kendrick clarified that he had no feud with Drake during his Dazed interview. On March 15, 2015, fans almost didn't notice that Kendrick's song King Kunta was about Drake. This song received little attention until Meek Mill accused Drake of using ghostwriters on a microblogging platform. On August 7, 2015, Kendrick showcased lines on Dark Side Gone and Deep Water from Dr. Dre's album Compton was believed to be a subtle jab toward Drake again. On March 23, 2017, the American rapper dissed Drake again on The Heart Part 4. Now, let's fast forward to October 24, 2023, when the rivalry became undeniable. On October 24, 2023, J. Cole's verse on Drake's first-person shooter asserted that he, Drake, and Lamar were part of the Big Three in modern hip-hop. On March 26, 2024, Kendrick Lamar's featured verse on Metro Boomin' and Future's song Like That dismissed the idea of the Big Three. On April 13, 2024, netizens leaked early versions of Push-Ups by Drake. On April 19, 2024, Drake officially debuted it along with Tailor-Made Freestyle as a direct shot toward Kendrick. In the Push-Ups track, he criticized the humble rapper's height and argued there are artists better than him. He also commented on Kendrick's collaborations with Taylor Swift and other pop musicians. In Tailor-Made Freestyle, he featured AI-generated vocals from Snoop Dogg and the late Tupac Shakur, Kendrick's fellow West Coast rappers. He also said that Kendrick was afraid to rebut to Push-Ups because of the commercial success of Taylor Swift's 2024 album. On April 26, 2024, the illegal use of Tupac Shakur's AI voice on Tailor-Made Freestyle led Drake to take down the song. On April 30, 2024, the feud escalated further as Lamar dropped Euphoria following Drake's shots. Many speculated that the track referenced the TV show Euphoria, for which Drake is an executive producer. The song criticized Drake's parenting and alleged his abs were made under the knife. On May 3, 2024, Kendrick released another diss song titled 616 in LA, inspired by Drake's Timestamp in City song series. Many fans interpreted the title as a reference to Father's Day or the devil. His verse stated that members of Drake's camp shared Drake's darkest secrets with him. On the same day, the non-stop rapper dropped Family Matters. On the track, Drake alleged that one of Lamar's children was biologically fathered by his friend and label co-founder Dave Free. Drake also accused Kendrick of harming his fiancée Whitney Alford. The song included direct disses toward A$AP Rocky and Metro Boomin. After only 20 minutes, Kendrick put out Meet the Grams, speaking directly to Drake's family about his controversies. He also accused the rapper of being involved in his biggest issue, which we can't state in this video. Additionally, Kendrick dissed Drake's OVO label affiliates. On May 4, 2024, many critics stated that Drake's run was over when Kendrick released Not Like Us. The song was more explicit than Meet the Grams, citing further allegations against Drake. On May 5, 2024, Drake referenced Kendrick's The Heart series on The Heart Part 6. The song denied all of Kendrick's allegations and claimed Kendrick was only speaking from a place of trauma. On July 4, 2024, Kendrick Lamar promoted the now 5-time Grammy-winning Not Like Us by uploading a MV. It was seen as a rebuttal to Drake's allegations. On November 25, 2024, Drake initiated legal action against UMG and Spotify, alleging that they artificially inflated the streaming numbers for Not Like Us. UMG denied the allegations. On November 26, 2024, the 56-time Grammy-nominated rapper brought the matter to court against UMG. He accused the label and iHeartRadio of libel and payola. On December 20, 2024, Spotify responded by filing opposition papers against Drake's allegations regarding the platform and UMG. Drake's legal representation replied that the companies should comply with the discovery request if they have nothing to hide. On January 15, 2025, Drake instituted a civil action against UMG, to which he is also signed, for defamation. His rival Kendrick was not included as a defendant. On March 17, 2025, UMG submitted a motion to dismiss the lawsuit. On October 9, 2025, the court dismissed the lawsuit. After Drake and Kendrick's rivalry, let's delve deeper between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's controversy. On June 11, 2017, Cardi B joined Nicki Minaj's longtime rival Remy Ma during her performance at Hot 97's Summer Jam Festival. On August 25, 2017, many speculated that Annika threw a subtle jab towards the new rapper on London on Day-Track's single No Flags with Offset and 21 Savage. In the track, she rapped about how many labels are trying to make another rapper like her. The rapper quickly denied those claims, tweeting that she wrote that line a few months prior to Cardi joining Remy Ma. On September 14, 2017, Cardi B debunked the alleged feud between the two powerful rappers during an interview with The Breakfast Club. There was a rumor at that time about her beef with the rapper. On October 17, 2017, netizens began speculating again that they were sneak dissing each other on Motorsport. Nevertheless, the two women brushed off the rumors. On October 30, 2017, the Bodak Yellow rapper said on Complex, "I feel like people wouldn't even be satisfied if me and her was making out on a freaking photo." On October 31, 2017, the Queen of Rap also quickly denied those alleged disses on now-deleted Twitter posts. On November 30, 2017, Cardi B said in her interview at The Norte Show that Nicki's verse in the Talk of the Town single was entirely different. On December 1, 2017, Nicki Minaj tweeted, "The corniest thing you can be is ungrateful. Give thanks." On December 7, 2017, the music video for Migos' single Motorsport dropped. However, it seems that people were not satisfied that they were fine, as Nicki didn't shoot on the same day as the two rappers. Nicki Minaj denied the rumors again, claiming that her hairstylist wasn't available during their collaboration shoot. On April 6, 2018, the I Like It rapper responded to the rumors during her Beats One interview, stating that it was just completely made up. On April 12, 2018, when the Trinidadian rapper was asked about these things on Beats One, she just said, "The only thing that Cardi did that really hurt my feelings was the first interview after Motorsport came out. It just really hurt me because the only thing she kept saying was, 'I didn't hear that verse, she changed her verse.'" On the same day, it was coincidental that someone leaked her original verse in Motorsport. The released version replaced Cardi's name with Quavo, though. On May 7, 2018, one of the two biggest rappers during that time seemed fine during the 2018 Met Gala. On May 10, 2018, it seems that fans erased their doubts during the American rapper's interview. On The Howard Stern Show, she explained that they fixed their misunderstandings during the fashion show. On August 10, 2018, Nicki's opening track from her album Queen, entitled Ganja Burn, seemed to target Cardi. She claimed in that line that Cardi was not entirely writing her own rap verses. On September 8, 2018, it appears the two rappers couldn't hold their anger toward each other during NYFW. Cardi seemed the most injured during the physical fight with Nicki after she got a giant lump on her head. Some footage also shows Cardi taking off her shoe. TMZ reported that the I Like It musician approached Chun-Li to address the lies Nicki spread. On Cardi's Instagram account, she wrote of her frustration against the now controversial rapper for allegedly lying. On September 10, 2018, Nicki Minaj discussed the feud publicly on Queen Radio. The rapper also made an allegation that Cardi's success wasn't organic and that she used payola to become successful. She also brought Ra into the discussion, where they spent time talking about the two women who want to sue Cardi following the controversial attack. On October 28, 2018, Hennessy Carolina went on Instagram to accuse Nicki of leaking Cardi's, her sister's phone number to Nicki's fans. On October 29, 2018, the Queen rapper returned to Queen Radio to debunk the phone number leak allegations. She also said that Ra Ali was the one who caused serious damage to the Girls Like You featured artist. On the same day, it seems the money icon didn't play nice with Nicki after releasing 10 videos on IG. She claimed that Nicki doesn't have proof of her accusations. Cardi also cited Nicki's frustration regarding her success and her responsibility for the leaked phone number. On November 14, 2018, UMG reported that the music video for 69, Nicki Minaj and Kanye West's single, was not finished. Some reported that Tekashi allegedly hired the two women who wanted to sue Cardi B, namely Batty Gee and Jade. On November 27, 2018, Tekashi dropped his debut album Dummy Boy with the track Mama, featuring Nicki Minaj. Many were convinced that one of her lines from the track was a subtle jab towards the I Like It singer. On November 30, 2018, the icon took note of what Tekashi did when she hired the same two women for the Good Form music video. On the same day, Cardi was featured on Me for Meek Mill's album Championships. Meek Mill told Beats One that he doesn't have any interest in the ladies' feud. On September 13, 2023, Nicki Minaj was the host of the MTV VMAs and looked like she was mad at someone. Obviously, it was meant for Cardi B, who simply said that she didn't even flinch on X. On August 15, 2025, the rapper released Imaginary Players, criticizing Nicki Minaj's dress at the 2025 Met Gala. On September 19, 2025, many people speculated that she was sending subliminal shots towards her nemesis on her sophomore album, Am I the Drama? In the song Dead, featuring Summer Walker, listeners thought that a specific line referenced It's Ken Barbie's tweet about Nicki being in debt to Uncle Sam. The celebrity blogger accused that the collateral for her debt is her Pink Friday tour. On September 28, 2025, Annika threw shade at the rapper since Cardi B only sold 200,000 units. This performance made Nicki feel confident that she was still the top-selling female rapper of the decade. On September 29, 2025, the two rappers had back-and-forth disses on X. It was so intense and long that we can't show it all on YouTube, I guess. For the third and last time, let's discuss the ongoing feud of the Chun-Li rapper. On July 27, 2019, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj praised each other on Instagram, in line with their possible collaboration. The Hot Girl Summer artist revealed that she'd been a fan since 2008. On August 9, 2019, Nicki Minaj and Ty Dolla $ign teamed up for Hot Girl Summer by Megan Thee Stallion. On August 7, 2020, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion paired up for the highly successful single, WAP. On November 25, 2020, the newcomer in the rap game was asked on The Morning Show if she spoke to Minaj as she collaborated with her biggest rap rival. Megan responded, "My personal relationship with anybody doesn't affect what I choose to do as an artist." On September 26, 2022, Nicki Minaj unfollowed her co-rapper alongside Doja Cat on Instagram. On May 14, 2021, many netizens came up with the idea that Nicki threw subliminal shade towards the savage rapper on Seeing Green. One of the lyrics of the track, which includes Drake and Lil Wayne, referred to Megan's criticism of her excessive drinking habits. On September 11, 2022, their feud officially grew in public after Nicki Minaj accused Megan of having drinks, although she was pregnant on Queen Radio. On September 26, 2022, Megan Thee Stallion denied those rumors on Twitter, now X, and called it a lie. On March 3, 2023, the now controversial female rapper delivered subtle jabs towards her former collaborator on Red Ruby Das Lies. The track referenced Megan's surname and the controversy between Megan and Tory Lanez. On December 8, 2023, Nicki seemed unstoppable after she released FTCU for Pink Friday 2. One of her verses used Megan and Tory's drama again. On January 26, 2024, the American rapper released Hiss, a direct shot towards her haters, including Nicki Minaj. Its first verse was seen as an arrow pointed at Nicki, referencing Megan's Law, which involves Nicki's family. On the same day, the Trinidadian icon shared her rants following the issue on her Instagram account. On January 29, 2024, Nicki released one of the most negatively rated diss tracks by critics, Big Foot. Nicki called her out again regarding her previous issues. After the direct shot, she delivered a 2-minute jab without an instrumental towards the Mamushi rapper. On June 28, 2024, there were a few lines from Rattle and Figueroa aimed at the legendary rapper on the album Megan. On September 4, 2024, Megan Thee Stallion brought up the issue in Billboard, where she stated she doesn't know how it came up. On April 14, 2025, the rapper appeared to reference Nicki Minaj's Big Foot when one of her dancers wore a Bigfoot costume during Coachella. On July 8, 2025, reports stated that the lawsuit from Emilio Garcia towards Nicki's rival moved forward. After that news, Nicki seemed to be celebrating after she retweeted a post from Academics TV on Instagram. In the tweet, it stated Karma's Law, derived from Megan's savage line. Do you think that they're finally on good terms? On August 18, 2017, Sean Carter, professionally known as Jay-Z, discussed his rift with Kanye West during an interview on Tidal's Rap Radar podcast. He argued that Ye crossed the line by bringing his wife and kids into his public rants. Fast forward to June 8, 2023, ABC Audio Digital Syndication reported on leaked footage from a documentary filmed during the making of Ye's album, Donda. The nearly 5-minute footage showed him threatening to cut anyone from the album who skipped the listening party. On April 20, 2025, Kanye West tweeted and later deleted a post regarding his request to remove a controversial line from the song Jail on his album Donda. He wanted to scrap that line since it referenced his infamous red MAGA Donald Trump hat. However, the Empire State of Mind rapper didn't let him. Among all the controversies mentioned, what is your most favorite? Let me know in the comment section below and don't forget to subscribe.